This week's episode is sponsored by Dollhouse of Tampa Salon and Studio. Find your inner doll. They offer quick weave, sew-ins, and much, much more to fit every occasion. Need a wig? Selena's got you. She will customize a unit just for you. Book your next appointment on Booksy today. Did someone say nails? Honey, forget the Bayhive. Contact Queen Bee herself. She offers customized designer nails and even designer press-ons that she will customize and ship to you. Braids, and even twists. Book with Tiffany right on Facebook. Find your inner doll at Dollhouse Tampa Salon and Studio. Tampa. The Stay in Love TV podcast is here. Enjoy topics that will inspire, encourage, and empower you. Why not listen together? Stay in Love TV, now on Spotify. This week's episode is sponsored by Hustle and Bling. It don't mean a thing if you ain't got that bling. Lovely paparazzi designer pieces for only $5. That's right, $5. And don't worry about it if the kid gets in the jewelry box. They're only $5. Make sure you catch Allison Mondays and Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays, live on Instagram and Facebook, promoting some of these wonderful fashion fixes that you'll enjoy. And if you miss it, check out the website. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that bling. Hustle and Bling. Stay in Love TV is your production to distribution solution to getting your message seen and heard. Having your own TV show with Stay in Love TV has never been easier than now. Stay in Love TV gives you the power to share your message with the world. Stop watching TV and start being watched on TV. Stay in Love TV offers real-time multicasting, all with one click. This opportunity puts you on the world stage with an audience of over 200 million. In addition to your low monthly subscription fees, you will also receive monthly network coaching and training from the network itself to ensure that before your first show premieres, you are set up for success. We at Stay in Love TV bring over 20 years experience in sales, marketing, advertising, and business development. Stay in Love TV, purposeful entertainment driven by love, empowered with passion, fueled with faith. Go to www.stayinlovetv.com and let's get started. Hello everyone. I am Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. Welcome to the Ride Along with Vanessa morning show, where we provide you 100% free coaching at your service. Raw, real enlightenment at its best. So come on in and enjoy the ride as we take you higher into the dimensions of God. It's a brand new season. We're in a brand new city. And guess what? Everything is going your way. You guys ready? Let's go! Hello, everyone. How are you? I am Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. Welcome to the Ride Along with Vanessa morning show, where we provide you 100% free coaching at your service, raw, real enlightenment at its best. So come on in and enjoy the ride as we take you higher into the dimensions of God. How are you guys doing on this fun, fantastic, funky Friday? How are you doing? It's a 777 day. Oh, you know, we have to choose to be hopeful. We have to choose to be faithful. We have to choose to believe that it's getting better and that it will get better. And that this is, you all know how I feel about this, but yeah, I mean,
There's so much going on and so much try to steal your peace that you can't tell A from B. You can't. And this is why it's so important, my dear friends, loves, everyone that's listening and watching, that if it's so important to remain in that center space of peace called God. Because if you don't, you'll be taking a walk on the wild side. Do, 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 do. I'm serious, because it's just so much happening. But how are you guys doing on this fun, fantastic, funky Friday? I am Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. Welcome, dear friends. Okay, so let's see what we got going on today. We have, I wanted to tell you guys that, okay, next week is the season finale of the Right Along with Vanessa Morning Show. We've been going at this since March, okay? And I'm like, oh my goodness. So next Friday will be the season finale. You'll see the teaser when it rolls out, the promo for the season finale after a bit. And it's been a long season. I'm just so grateful, but I'm also open, and I'm flexible. Good day, Spirit. Good day, Reverend Ike. Good day, host of witnesses. Good day, Cozy. Good day, Stuart Wild. Good day, Dolores Cannon. Oh, gosh, I need you guys today. Yeah, so I am, what was I going to say? Oh, anyway, season finale, long season, and it's time for a break. It's so much happening personally for me that I'm glad that we're tying up everything and getting it ready to go into hiatus, because a lot of stuff's going on. And I'm just like, for some reason today, I mean, it's been every day kind of, but this morning I noticed that I'm able to overpower that opposing voice, that voice that says, the negative voice. I mean, and I have a piece about it today, and we're going to talk about that when we get into the talk a little later, about stopping that lie and how to stop it. And I'm like, I need the host of witnesses support. I need my support system on Amplify today, right? But we're gonna make it work. So a little bit later, we'll be going over that and sharing with you all about how to stop that lie with today's talk. But first, we'll be getting into, is that it? The Friday song. Yeah, that's right. It's time for the Friday song, guys. And I've been doing this so long. It's like, woo! And I'm trying to think about it. I'm like, how am I going to be able to tie this up and end this all? Because I'm getting kind of tired. And it's not that I'm tired of serving. I'm just like ready for something different. So we don't know. We'll see what happens after hiatus, huh? But today, Friday song. So you guys ready? We need to come hard with this today. So I need to feel your love and your support as you sing the song with me, with the Friday song, for the Right Along with Vanessa Morning Show. You guys ready? A one, a two, a 1, 2, 3. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Yay! Things are going my way. Things are going my way. Things are going my way. Things are going your way. Things are going your way. Things are going your way. And today is the day. And today is the day. And today is the day. That's right. That's right. That's right. Good day, everyone. I am Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. Welcome to the Right Along with Vanessa Morning Show, where we provide you 100% free coaching at your service, raw enlightenment at its best. So come on in and enjoy the ride as we take you higher into the dimensions of God. That's right. We're going to take it higher, baby. take you higher, baby. Let's take you higher, baby. Yes, so welcome everybody. Right, let me find my spectacles. There they are. How you guys doing? I'm serious, because I mean, we got it's a very big week. We had the 4th of July this week, and I hope you guys celebrate the way you're supposed to. And if you don't know, you need to find out. Okay, but we had a very special occasion, my family, and because this time 10 years ago, that's why I say good day, Cozy. I'm doing the ride along. My sister Cosette decided to leave. Well, her life ended, let's put it that way, and she transitioned from her current avatar transition into a higher dimension. Anyway, so we had a special like little gathering at our house, mother's house, on the 4th of July, and it was just nice. It was nice, and it was nice to be able to relive that moment without all of that pain and emotion attached to it, right? Although it's still there, it's as if I'm a spectator now, and I'm not engaged. I'm not an actual actor in that scenario, right? So we had that, and I feel really good. And then this week also, I mean, it was yesterday was the premiere of Sound of Freedom, and we all know Jim Caviezel and Mel Gibson and all those guys were involved, and even Tony Robbins was a part of it. And I'm encouraging everyone, before you go watch the film, make sure that you are guarded. Make sure that you don't allow yourself to get engaged in what you're watching. View it from the space of as a spectator, and have a different approach by getting all your emotions in it, because you guys have to remember, we are energetic beings, and we have to really be selective with how we're going to distribute our energy in this place, because it's not our home. So you have to be very careful to not allow you to get. And I'm speaking from this space now, because for many years I did that. For many years, I would just get and I would be a wreck. I'd be crying and depressed and sad and angry. I'd go through this wave of emotions, and to the point where it started to affect and impact my life. So I really am asking you guys, if you decide to, and I encourage you to go, because awareness is the most important thing, right? So I mean, but don't let your emotions get all in it. I mean, this has been going on since the beginning of time. Okay, this ain't nothing new. It's just wearing the different suits. Okay, so you all have to understand, ain't nothing new under the sun. I'm feeling like Solomon this morning. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Okay, so when you go to the movie and watch Sound of Freedom, make sure you don't have your emotions all over. This has been going on since the beginning of time. I feel now that I'm in this space of awareness, I feel like all we're doing is going around in cycles. We're playing different parts, different scenarios, but with the same essence, the same information. Right? It's this is a cycle that we're on, and people don't believe this place is hell. We're going through the same thing. We're being made aware of what's going on, the trafficking with the folks and all this stuff, and eating other body parts and selling all that stuff. Ain't nothing new. It's just more evolved. Okay, the evil is just more evolved. The darkness has gotten darker, and it's using a different type of technical lens. Okay, so if you base the stories and everything from the Bible, they've been doing that. But here's the thing. They didn't have technology back then, if it even happened. So, okay. But we do. And this is my point. If we choose to activate our power of love by choosing to partner up arm in arm with God and with Spirit and allowing ourselves personally to elevate higher like Christ did, I believe. And don't come for me because I'm staying in this place of delusion. I believe that if you vibrate high enough, you will transition off of this place, aka Pleasure Island, Earth, this world, into a better world, a new earth, a new heaven. A new heaven is a new heaven, in my opinion, is a place where you have the mentality of nothing but love, that you can't even fathom or even imagine something, aka evil, or considered evil. I'm staying here. All this fighting and warring, no. Vanessa's not going to be a part of it, honey. Nope. But go watch the film. Go watch the film, because I remember when I went to see The Passion, and I was on the floor in a movie theater, and I was just praising God and thanking Him, and because my emotions were messed up. You get your emotions all in a part of it. But this time, I'm going to be watching it from with different pair of lenses on, because you're going to be able to see now the enemies, the method of operation. You're going to be able to see how they did it. And now, when you see things, you're going to be much more astute and aware, and you're going to be more protective of your children, because that's the most important thing. Protect your children. All those stories in the Bible about them sacrificing babies and all that, and nobody thought to consider, I'm going to protect my children. But you're going to do it now. And we all are. Because now we're not going to see someone else's child as not our own. We're not going to see each other as separate. We'll see us as one. And when we do, we'll love our neighbor as ourselves. And we'll start protecting and paying attention and looking out for one another, instead of being caught up in trying to get more money or more this or more that. We're going to be trying to get more love and protecting our fellow man and being more aware. That's all the movie is about. Awareness. Wake up. It's another type of alarm. That's all it is. So choose, baby. Choose. Choose this day who you can go serve, okay? Because you'd be surprised. You'd be thinking you'd be serving one, but you'll be serving the other. But you'll be thinking. So choose this day. Okay, so that was the wrong. Where am I at? Oh, no wonder. Yeah, I'm in the wrong. I'm in the wrong. No, I'm not. What happened? Oh, there we go. I was like, I'm in the wrong green room here. There we go. And I'm doing all this and I'm singing the Friday song, and you guys, there we go. So I'm putting this up here so you guys can see it, because we've already sang the Friday song. You take a picture of that. But yeah, so we've gone into that, and now we're going to be going into the 30-day deliverance prayer. And I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna leave it up. But okay. Okay, so the 30-day deliverance prayer, I actually attracted, and I'm going to share it with you guys, 2 deliverance affirmations. And I've been reciting these for the past week, and I want you guys to be a part of it and share it. And did I put it in here? No, I did not, but I will have it next week for the finale, so you guys can get it. But here are You do the deliverance prayer first, and then we'll recite the deliverance affirmations. You guys ready? Okay, here we go. Yep, my camera's jacked up today. You guys know. Anyway, here we go. Dear God, angels, guides, spirits of whom we serve, our Creator, the source of all things, I desire for this action to be not a part of my experience anymore. So I'm asking for support to get me into a space where this is no longer a part of my experience. May there be no harm to my body or soul as this change takes place. I ask that the code be rewritten now. Thank you, God and mighty ancestors, for empowering me to meet this objective. Now, that was just me ad-libbing, and you have to make it your own. But I'm so grateful to share with you all. And I'll have it written down next week so you guys can see it. But the deliverance affirmations. And the deliverance affirmations, number one. And I found this on TikTok, and it's Real Life Self. And you know how TikTok works. So I know that I attracted this. Here we go. Teach me, O Spirit, to cooperate with thy will until all my thoughts shall conform to thy harmonious plans. I'm going to repeat that again. Teach me, O Spirit, to cooperate with thy will until all my thoughts shall conform to thy harmonious plans. And that source is realizeself.hp on TikTok. So check him out. Here's another one. I am so happy and grateful. Thank you, Bob Proctor. That I am completely free from all addictions, self-destructive behaviors, and bad habits. Yes, that source is unknown because I can't remember where I grabbed it from, but I paraphrased it. So, but yeah. So these are the 2 deliverance affirmations that I'll be reciting over the summer. And when we return, yeah, we're gonna. If we do, then you guys will be able to. I'll be able to share with you what transpired. That's right. Here we go. When we come back, we're going to get right back into the lecture. You can stop that live. And when I was writing, outlining these talks, you know, I don't know when they're going to air. I just pick a date and then this and that. So you're forecasting, right? So this is how I know that this is some elaborate game written by a huge, massive technical support system that's operating for our good and just for our enjoyment and pure experience. So I don't know how these episodes are going to fall out and when they're going to fall and what's going to be happening in my life and your lives and stuff. I'm just forecasting. Cast out that net, right? So anyway, you can stop that lie. It's something that I grew up hearing as a child. So we'll go into it when we come back. So we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll get right into the lecture. So you can stop that lie. So stay tuned. That's right. That sneaked up on me right there. Yep. So next Friday is the season finale of the Right Along with Vanessa morning show. And woo, I am ready this season. I'm ready, right? I am ready. You know, and we did the deliverance prayer, but I didn't do the spiritual PSA. So I'm going to do this right quick and we'll get started. Matthew 11:28. Are you tired, worn out, burned down on religion? Come to me. Get away with me and you'll recover your life. I'll show you how to take a real rest. Walk with me and work with me. Watch how I do it. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. I won't lay anything heavy or ill-fitting on you. Keep company with me and you'll learn to live freely and lightly. Matthew 11:28. Cast thy cares upon me, for I care for you. My burdens are easy. My yoke is easy. My burdens are light. That's what that comes from. I just love that translation, though. And all the translations that I provided for the Right On Women Morning Show, Spirit Speaking and Awakening, I use the Message translation because I just really like it. I really dig it. Yeah. All right. So today's lecture session, and I'm learning and growing, right? So today's session, you can stop that lie. Scripture reference, John 8:44, 1 John 2:22, 1 John 4:20, Genesis 3:1-5. Scripture highlight, and I had to switch this because the scripture highlight is a bit long. But the scripture highlight is, I think it's Genesis. Let me see. What is it? No, John 8:44 is scripture highlight. So let's see what we got here. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Yep. So John 8:42-47. And where is it? There we go. You belong to your father, the devil, and you want to carry out your father's desires. He was a murderer from the beginning, not holding to truth, for there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks his native language, for he is a liar and the father of all lies. I arrive on the scene. I tell you the plain truth, and you refuse to have a thing to do with me. Can any one of you convict me of a single misleading word, a single sinful act? But if I'm telling the truth, why don't you believe me? Anyone on God's side listens to God's words. This is why you're not listening, because you're not on God's side. John 8:42-47. Interesting. If God were your father, said Jesus, you would love me, for I came from God and arrived here. Y'all hear that? I didn't come on my own. He sent me. Why can't you understand one word I say? Here's why. You can't handle it. You're from your father, the devil. And all you want to do is please him. He was a killer from the very start. He couldn't stand the truth because there wasn't a shred of truth in him. When the liar speaks, he makes it up out of his lion nature and fills the world with lies. I arrive on the scene, tell you the plain truth, and you refuse to have a thing to do with me. Can any one of you convict me of a single misleading word, a single sinful act? But if I'm telling you the truth, why don't you believe me? Anyone on God's side listens to God. This is why you're not listening, because you're not on God's side. Very good. Very, very good. Very, very good. You can stop that lie. You can stop it. Now, oh God. So, this is something that I've come to realize. I mean, you live and you learn, right? And that's a good thing. You're supposed to be evolving and growing and coming in more and more in awareness, right? So we're being made aware that at a very young age, we're operating in a different state, and we're like a magnet, a sponge for information. So they say, Michelle, the scientists, and they said Michelle will let us know, and a lot of folks we listen to, but from the age of 0 to 7 are what they call your formative years, the years where your consciousness is forming, your program is being built. So from 0 to 7, your program is being built based on the language that is being written in your soul, mind, will, emotions. They all have to go hand in hand. So from the ages of 0 to 7, why they say 0? Day 1. So it's important that if you have children and or you're pregnant, that you start doing this right away. Because even as soon as you start talking. I don't know particular. I've never had that experience of actually carrying a child full term. But I would just imagine that if we are spirit, if we're energy, right, that as soon as that lets you know that soul has landed and will be arriving soon. You kind of know it. Start communicating. Start surrounding yourself with peaceful experiences. And that's why it's so important that, and that for you all share as much as you can with young people that desire to have a baby is going to go away. Just like when you're 7 years old and you want a sports car. It's gonna go away. And as you get older and more mature, you'll start to realize, I didn't want that. I thought I wanted it, but I don't want that. So that's a good one. Thank you, Spirit. So, be careful, you young ladies that are out there, having these experiences. Be careful. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I am vibrating in gratitude because it's just so important. You're forming a human, right? Think about this now. Okay, so when the spirit 0 to 7 is you're forming, the vibrations, the sound is building. So as God, as the program forms a body, what you are saying and what that soul is receiving, your body, because you're the host. So how you're hosting, how you're built, then your guest will be receiving that information, right? So everything that you're taking in is forming 0 to 7. So once the body arrives, you won't know what personality and soul is going to be there until, maybe a couple of years. I know, like the first year, because I saw Spirit actually showed me something of a new baby that I watched, like from 0 to like 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 5 months, and I could see different souls in the body until finally one stayed. That's a whole nother video. I'm believing and knowing that next season we're gonna go even higher. But that soul stayed with the baby. And I think it's because of the forming of the words and the vibration that was coming and shaping. Because what it's going to do is it's going to serve as the ingredients to build out a human. We're going to talk about that next season. But everything that you're receiving, that you're saying to yourself, you're shaping and forming a personality. So, what do you listen to? Right? 1 John 2:22 says, "Who is the liar? It is whoever denies that Jesus is the Christ. Such a person is Antichrist, denying the Father and the Son." Now, the previous in John 8:44, talking about, the Father's the devil and lies. The Father of our lies has always been from the very beginning, this and that. Okay, so we know Jesus is the Christ. We know that Jesus is enlightenment, right? Jesus is the Christ, enlightenment. That's true. But if you deny that, you are considered Antichrist. So let's look at Antichrist. Antichrist is the opposer. It's that negative talk. It's that opposing thought to, and think of it this way, guys. Thank you, Spirit. So good to me. You never let me down. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Think of opposing thoughts. Think of negative inflow of information as bumpers, right? You're in a vehicle, so when you hit, bumping, is it going to allow you to keep moving in that direction, or are you going to allow it to bump you and get you back in line? Are you? So all of that negative talk, you ain't good enough, you can't do it. Where did it come from? It came from between the ages of 0 to 7. How do you stop it? Well, it takes a lot of work. It really does. But if you trust and believe in yourself, and if you want it bad enough, not want, if you desire change will come. So you stop the lie by overriding the information that's coming in, that's been rewritten. Humble yourself under the mighty hand of God, and He will exalt you in due time. People think that's coming from an ego space, that you're going to have power and success. I wanted to be powerful. Humble yourself on the mighty hand of God, He will exalt you in time. Exalt you. I wanted the better version of me to be exalted. I didn't want the current version of me, the current state of Vanessa, to continue to exist. Why? Because I didn't want to play that part anymore. I didn't want to be that version where I was broken down, busted and disgusted, spiritually schizophrenic, not knowing A from B, and 1 minute I'm this and the next minute I'm that. I wanted to be consistently in Christ. I wanted to be consistently conformed to Christ, enlightenment, but put ye on the Lord Jesus. I wanted to be consistent in my walk. I didn't want to allow and have opposing thoughts to come to me and totally throw me off my day. Now, good example this morning, this beautiful, fun, fantastic, funky Friday. I'm getting here, right? And I've been having issues with my regular ride-along phone that I use, my lovely Samsung right here. Never had a problem until, I moved here to Gulfport, Mississippi. So, not blaming Gulfport. I'm just, sharing my story, my experience. So I get here, right? And every time, it's like for some reason, as a setting that it'll say you have no internet connection. I'm like, well, what the heck? Right before the show. So I'm streaming to you all from my backup phone, consider my other work phone for my business and stuff. So this one is my personal ride-along phone because that's how it all started. So, but yeah, I mean, I can have internet, get up because I'm listening to music and stuff as I'm getting ready, and it's working. And soon, 10 minutes before, boom. And then the other thing, I come on to you guys every Friday, but I don't see the numbers that I was anticipating or forecasting, and it just throws me off. It can, but it don't. What voice, whose voice are you listening to that's going to be saying something totally against? Are you going to allow it to bump you and get you back in line? How do you get that back in line? Because as soon as it comes to you, you counteract it. Well, that's okay. I know that my days of abundance are here. That's all right. All of my needs are met and supplied and shall be supplied. You know, all that stuff, because your thoughts, you have so many thoughts coming to you every day. As soon as you power up back up, when you open your eyes and awaken, you are thinking. So when you're able to gatekeep those thoughts that are coming to you, then you can keep them at bay and overpower them and overwrite them. That's what you want to do. Because what those, thank you, Spirit, what the opposing thoughts are trying to do is trying to keep you in your current state. And that better version of you, that version of you that wants to be consistently in Christ, consistently you, is ready. So the opposing doesn't want to be eliminated anymore. It's like, well, it's like being thrown, it's like being thrown out of a party, right? Everybody having a good time and you do everything. And all of a sudden here, okay, we're going to just give you this character. Character is the jerk, and the jerk is always saying something negative. And at first it was just a subtle, low tone. You couldn't hardly hear. But then it kept getting louder and louder and louder to the point it started to disrupt the experience. So what do you guys do? You throw out that opposing force. You throw out somebody that's disrupting your party. Be like, no, this is not what I anticipated. You need to leave. I ignored you all night, but now you are becoming annoying. You need to allow those opposing negative thoughts to become annoying in your life so that you can throw them out. How do you throw them out? By speaking against what they're saying. You're not good enough. This is not going to work out for you. No, it's always ends like this. If you don't have a counter reaction response to that, it's going to take root and it's going to continue, and it's going to disrupt your experience. It's going to disrupt your evolvement into better. It's going to disrupt the process of that better version of you from stepping onto the scene, because that current state of you refuses to change. I want to stay here and disrupt it. I want to be a part. No, you got to go now. I'm glad that you have been here, because what you have done, opposing thoughts, lying thoughts that are telling me I'm not good enough, you have helped me. You have been the resistance that I needed to become the champion in my life. Yes! Thank you, Spirit. Guys, woo. The opposing thoughts, the resistance in your life is to help to strengthen you and to equip you to become the champion in your life. Do you get it? So, when you get to the space and the state where that better version of you is ready, then it's time to throw that opposing thought out. completely. Remember when Jesus was healing the little girl? He threw everybody out except three. The three who were for him. So even if you only have 3 affirmations, and I just gave you 2 earlier, and you have 3, that's all you're going to need to raise those dead situations in your life. 3 affirmations. Because those affirmations are in agreement with you. You are in agreement with those, right? So just think of it that way, guys. I'm telling you, this is something powerful that's happening right now. I feel it. I'm starting to really believe it. I'm like, wow, okay, yeah, because that revelation of the opposing thoughts, is considered the resistance in your life, but the resistance is there to strengthen you in order to become the champion in your life. Oh my God, that's a gift. Thank you. So okay, let me calm down. You have to have the right word, the verbiage, the coding in order to rewrite. Humble yourself under the mighty hand of God, and he shall exalt you in due time. That hand is a guiding force in your life. That's why you have to humble yourself under it. Do you understand? When you humble yourself under the mighty hand of God, you are being aligned. So, what's a part of getting an alignment? Receiving opposition, receiving resistance. Because the resistance is going to let you know, oh, I need to go back over here. Right? So when you humble yourself under the mighty hand of God, you're there, right? You don't want to get out of line because then you're out of the grace. Get it? So when you humble yourself, and people think being humble, I gotta try to be humble. Let me tell you something, honey. If you get bumped around enough in life, you ain't gotta try to be nothing. Because you're gonna know where the source of your strength comes from, and you're gonna know if it had not been for the Lord on my side. You ain't gotta tell me, Vanessa, you need to be humble. My mother used to have to tell me that in my early days. Stop being so arrogant. That was her way. Hey, mama, honey, let me tell you something. You ain't gotta tell me. I know. And but how did I get there? I built up my strength. I became the champion in my life. So that now, when opposing thoughts show up, and they're always there, you can throw them out of the park. They're going to always come back. I'll be quiet. Just let me back in. I just want to hang out with y'all. Oh, all right, resistance. Come on in. Resistance in there. Next, resistance start thinking they, hanging out for a minute. Then here you go. Here come resistance. If you don't keep resistance in the corner, gagged and bound, it's gonna always show up. And when it does, somehow if it gets the face mask off and starts subtly, and it'll just always test. Why are you always testing me? You want to be consistently tested by resistance, opposing voices, opposing tones, to keep you strong, to keep you on guard. Guard your heart, for out of it flows the issues of life. Those issues of life can only be formed and strengthened by what it's taking in, by what it's consuming, by what you're consuming, right? So you want it to be there. So when they show up, because you're going to have new experiences every time, so you need new resistance, new levels, new devils. You need that. When you take it from that approach, hey, Dr. Wayne, when you take it from that approach, you'll be able to see it differently and be able to see it for what it is. Because I'm telling you right now, if you try to get rid of the devil, the resistance, it ain't gonna never happen. It's always gonna be, it's a part, It's a part of the plan. It's a part of the program. It's written into the program. The enemy is written into the program. The resistance is written into the program of your life so that you can become the champion of your life. You can't build muscle without resistance. The more resistance you take on, the more your body will change. It will get into alignment, into a better version of you. So, the next time, and it can be happening even right now as I'm talking to you all right now, those opposing opposite thoughts. You're not good enough. This ain't gonna ever happen for you. This ain't today. You said you would have this by such and such, and it ain't here. You need to have something to come against it, instead of just taking it in as seeds. It's considered seeds. You need some weed eater. You need some seed, some root protection. Because if you don't, it's going to take root in your soul, and it's going to form, and it's going to form into matter. So, opposing it. How do you stop the lie? You stop the lie by finally becoming that version that wanted to exist, that character that broke down, victimized character served you well. Because, and guys, don't feel bad when that version of you had to be that way, because it needed a little grit. It needed a little ghetto in it, So you had to survive. Now that you are in your thriving phase, you don't need the survival character part that you used to be. I'm talking to me, y'all. Why do you think I'm reciting these deliverance affirmation stuff? I got some habits and addictions that I just don't want to have a part of my experience anymore. I ain't talking about no serious stuff, y'all. I could be coming before you if it was in my old crack days. No, but we all have them, right? So that's why I want to, because I know that better version of me. Let me tell you something about when you strengthen and become. Each phase of your life requires, thank you, Mel Robbins, each phase in your life requires a different version of you. That version, what if the version that where you see yourself with the idea of living your best life, what if that version of you had to give up one little thing from your desert days? I call it wilderness ways. One little ingredient can change the whole recipe. So what is it? What is it that one thing? What is it that you need in order so that you can finally become that better version of you, to where everything that you have been desiring exists? What if all it took was one item to remove it, to totally change the ingredient? I am so determined this year. You guys know whenever I go on hiatus, I want to come back bigger, better, but better. I'm excited because I know that I'm in a totally different timeline. I'm in a different experience. I have jumped them. I'm in a totally different experience. We're going to talk about that next week, the season finale. But I'm telling you, great things are happening for you, because I don't want to be a person that's ever learning but never coming into the knowledge, the intimacy of what I've learned. I want to become intimate with that information. So now I have just become very intimate with that saying, that resistance in your life, the resistance in your life is necessary, because the resistance is what's going to equip you into becoming the champion of your life. I love that. I love that. Shoot, I may write a book over summer. I don't know, but I know something wonderful is happening for me and for you. Something wonderful. Wake up every day with the idea that something wonderful is going to happen. That something wonderful is happening today. Wake up every day with the thought that something wonderful is happening. I have that on my wall in my bedroom. And I have it facing on the wall where I face it when I open my eyes every day. All I have to do is turn my head just a little bit. There it is right there. Why did you do that, Vanessa? Because I wanted to have the ammunition to counteract those negative lies. The code. How do you correct the code? By having a different code. So the different code is going to be words. Words. That's how you stop the lie. You stop the lie with words, thoughts, feelings, and actions. The actions, if you displaying the words, reciting them until it becomes a part of your vibration. You want it to be that way. You want to be like sitting at your desk at work or something, or in the grocery store, and you want to be vibrating. I am so happy and grateful that money flows to me endlessly and abundantly from all multiple sources. You just want to be vibrating that. You want to be vibrating. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm completely 100% free from all addictions, bad habits, and self-destructive behaviors. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am. I'm so happy. You want that to be a part of your frequency. And in order to do that is you have to recite that every day. Every day. Recite it. Recite it. Words. How do you stop the lie? Words. That's how you stop them. That's how you stop them. The words is going to remind us of our value and who we are so that we can form and get into alignment with that better version of ourselves. I'm telling you guys, as we internalize these truths, I'm wrapping it up, we can transform our thinking and break free from the lies that hold us back. Ooh, wait. By listening to the voice of God. Who's that? That's you. That's inside. That's you. The voice of God. Who is the voice of God? It's those words, those encouraging, those empowering, those enlightening, those motivating words. Words. In the beginning was the word. It's the words. By listening to the voice of God and filling our mind with his word, his. Filling your mind with your words that you're saying to yourself every day, every second of the day. We can experience spiritual growth and become the personality that God has called us to be, that I have called myself to be. It's the words. You stop the lie by changing the words. And you can stop it today. Don't you want to be consistently you? Don't you want to be consistent in your walk? Well, I'm telling you right now, in order to do that, you need to become a walking, talking avatar of enlightenment, a walking, talking avatar of words. What words are you listening to? What words have you been reciting to yourself? You need to become a walking, talking avatar of enlightenment. And the only way you get there is through words. Yes. I feel very good today, guys. I know that I've turned a corner. I'm a little emotional because we in Cancer season. Y'all know Cancers. They can be a bit emotional. Water. Misty. But I know that it's getting better. So much is happening. So much is changing. And I'm grateful to be a part of this experience. And I'm just enjoying the show. I'm wrapping it up. 1 John 4:20. Whoever claims to love God yet hates a brother or sister is a liar. For whoever does not love their brother or sister whom they have seen cannot love God, whom they have not seen. That's why I'm telling you all, telling y'all, let's stay in love. Stay in love. Get into that place. So where's that space of love where you need to stay in? Because there, when you get into that place where you stay in love, then guess who wants to be there? Joy, peace, kindness, goodness, even long suffering. Because long suffering says, even if I'm in love, then I know that the suffering I'm experiencing is going to be softened by that love. The blow is going to be softened by love. So even your negative things you consider negative and opposing, if you are in love, baby, joy don't want to be a part of the party. Even when opposing thought will show up and sneak into the window, you're going to be able to handle it. Why? Because you in love, baby. And love is the greatest power there is. Love fuels everything. Love fuels joy, peace, kindness, goodness, long suffering, and turns it into a valuable diamond. So you stopped alive with the words. Guys, I am 2 minutes over. I am so grateful that you guys joined me today on this fun, fantastic, funky Friday of the Ride Along with Vanessa morning show. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for sharing and caring. Wow, it's going to be a good day. I'm so joyful and silly and giddy. Yeah. So I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for sharing, caring. Hello, social media world. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, podcast listeners. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Come back and watch it next week. Season finale, Right Along with Vanessa morning show. I want you, everybody, go out and share it. We're going to be talking about jumping timelines, and I'm very excited to share the word for you. So I'm looking forward to it. Join us again. Oh, Michelle, today's Michelleology. She has, I think, 3 more episodes, and then she's going to be wrapping up. We gave you guys a lot this season. We gave you a lot. That's why I'm so excited about it. Something good is going to happen. Something good is happening. I know it for me. So I'm sharing it and believing it for you. Something good is happening. Yes. Today's Michelleology, Monday, 7 a.m. right here on Stay in Love TV. Next Friday, season finale, Right Along with Vanessa morning show, right here on Stay in Love TV. I'm Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. And until then, stay in love and stay empowered. Love you, love you, love you, love you.
Hello, writers. I've partnered with Queen Beauty Studio to purchase these amazing lashes and other deliciousness, like this wonderful matte lipstick I'm wearing. Grab that link. You'll be glad you did. Stay in love. Stay in Love TV is your production to distribution solution to getting your message seen and heard. Having your own TV show with Stay in Love TV has never been easier than now. Stay in Love TV gives you the power to share your message with the world. Stop watching TV and start being watched on TV. Stay in Love TV offers real-time multicasting, all with one click. This opportunity puts you on the world stage with an audience of over 200 million. In addition to your low monthly subscription fees, you will also receive monthly network coaching and training from the network itself to ensure that before your first show premieres, you are set up for success. We at Stay in Love TV bring over 20 years experience in sales, marketing, advertising, and business development. Stay in Love TV, purposeful entertainment driven by love, empowered with passion, fueled with faith. Go to www.stayinlovetv.com and let's get started.